What is up, my fellow Chibits? Hopefully all of you are having a very, very good day today, and hopefully you weren't like I was for the past couple days, sick with the flu. Thankfully, I'm feeling a little bit better today, got a slight headache, but overall much better than what I was doing this past weekend and these past couple days. So with that being said, today I'm here to bring all of you a anime/manga pickups video. From what I could see, many of you really like it when I do these type of videos, and so I decided to do another one since I went to the bookstore today and picked up a big haul when it comes to manga, but also last week I had a couple of things come in, and I've yet to really talk about them in any sort of video. Well, actually, no, I take that back. I did talk about 2 volumes I got in last week's Tokyo Ghoul video, but there's a couple other things I picked up that you guys are kind of unaware of. So today, like I said, here to bring all of you a anime/manga pickups video. So to start it off, I got this, this one haul. Like, I got 2 separate hauls. I got one today and one last week sometime around Saturday. Now, I want to start off with, the oldest one first from, I think, Saturday. So I went to Walmart this past Saturday, and I decided to, just check out the movie section. And when I went there, I noticed that they were selling Attack on Titan Blu-ray set of the entirety of the first season. And I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, now, hear me out. I know Attack on Titan is old and all that. I know it came out a long time ago, many years ago, but you gotta remember, Season 2 is coming around very soon, like in a week or so, or 2 weeks from now, and on top of that, there is another reason I decided to buy this. Number one, I'm a collector, and I like to buy things that I like or I want to support, and the second reason would be because of my dad. Yes, you heard that right. My dad actually really liked the first half of Attack on Titan. He never really got to, finish it or whatever a long time ago, like he stopped watching it for some reason. And so I was like, you know what, Dad, Season 2's coming out. I was like, oh, I never finished that. And so I saw this actually, luckily, after a little bit short time after that combo I had with my dad, I saw this at Walmart. The first season of Attack on Titan. I'm like, oh shit, so I picked it up for my dad, also since I'm a collector as well, but mainly for my dad for he can watch it. So as soon as I'm done with this video, most likely I'm going to go over and hand it to him and all that for he can watch it for himself. This next one is called Miss Hokusai. Now, I want to be completely honest here, okay? I didn't know what this was or what it was about before I read the back description, and what drawn me to it was because it was anime. I just was looking at it, I'm like, what is this? It says it's a film, and I started looking closer, and eventually it said from the studio behind Ghost in the Shell. Now, I have not watched Ghost in the Shell. However, I know how famous Ghost in the Shell is. I know that that's a good studio that worked on Ghost in the Shell. And so I'm like, okay, let me, look into this. So I was like, this seems interesting. Like, I was looking at the back and all that, looking at the description. I'm like, you know what? I might make a video/impressions on this. We'll see where it goes. But yeah, I picked this up on a whim last weekend on Saturday just to see if I would like it. Give me something to watch when I am bored. Now, the next 2 I'm going to talk about is manga, and I got these through Amazon, and it was pretty much the same day as I picked up these 2 Blu-rays. And I talked about this in my previous Tokyo Ghoul video, so you probably are aware what these are, but just in case you didn't watch that video, I got Tokyo Ghoul Re Volume 9 from Amazon, Japanese Amazon, to do an FYI, and almond on the cover, oh my god, that color palette looks fucking badass. Just look at that fucking color palette. Look at the freaking eye shading, the way the effects, it looks so good. Probably one of my favorite Tokyo Ghoul Re volumes besides Volume 5, but such a good cover. Now, this next one is Tokyo Ghoul Re Volume 10's cover. Now, this cover, oh my god, like Urei on the front, duct tape on his mouth. I've yet to really dive into what it might mean, but obviously it has something to do with Donato, torturing Urei, but still very, very good cover. Not as good as Volume 9's cover, but I still like this cover. It's a very good cover. Now, here's the back as well. There's nobody on the back, and likewise, I don't know if I showed you Volume 9's back, but here's the back of Volume 9 as well. Now, this next haul is from what I got today. All I got today at my, local towner. Not really necessarily local. I had to travel like 30 to almost 40 minutes to get there. But I got this at Books A Million for I could pick up these volumes. So, to start it off, Tokyo Ghoul Days. Yes, Tokyo Ghoul Days. And if you're unaware of what this is a light novel. It's a light novel of Tokyo Ghoul. And this is pretty much like stories or whatever. Or it takes place before Tokyo Ghoul. It's like, the timeline with Tsukiyama, and you get to find out a little bit more about, Chi Hori right there, and then there's, like, some other stories tied in here and there. And this stuff is canon. The stuff in this light novel of Tokyo Ghoul Days is canon. So don't think this is a spin-off that doesn't, you know, tie into Tokyo Ghoul at all. This is actual legit stuff. This is real info, characterization, all that is actually used in Tokyo Ghoul Re. I've never gotten around to read this. I've only read, like, brief summaries of it, so I don't really know what's in store for me when I actually read this. And obviously, I'm going to make a video on this when I'm probably done. So, look forward to that. Now, this next one also, Tokyo Ghoul Void. Yes, another light novel of Tokyo Ghoul, and I know really next to nothing about this besides this. Apparently, I could be wrong here, don't quote me on that, but apparently it takes place between the time skip after the Jason torture or whatever, like the 6-month time skip or whatever, like, you know, with Ogiri Tree, and that's kind of where this, you know, volume takes place. And as you can see, you have white-haired Kaneki, you know, cracking his knuckles in the back of the cover. So, yeah. I have a good feeling this is probably going to be a very, very good, you know, light novel read. So yeah, those are the 2 light novels of Tokyo Ghoul that I finally got. Now this next series, I haven't actually mentioned this in its own separate video. I mention it here and there throughout, like, Chibi questions and my vlogs, but just in case you don't watch this, you might be completely unaware that I'm aware of this series, but I actually have been reading Goodnight Poom-Poom. And I'm still in Volume 1. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. It's a good series. I fucking love it. I just haven't had the time to really read it. So, I saw the actual first 5 volumes this size, at my local Books A Million. I'm like, holy shit, I didn't know there was this many volumes out. So, I decided to buy all 5 volumes to give me kind of the initiative to actually read Goodnight Poom-Poom a little bit faster, but also to be able to support such a good manga series from what I've read. And also the mangaka, you know, Asano, very good manga. I've read some of the other works of this mangaka, and very good writer. So, yeah. But anyways, this is Volume 1's cover of Goodnight Poom-Poom. I'm enjoying it so far. I would definitely recommend it if you want a very mature read. So, yeah, that's the first volume. Here's the back. Now, here is the second one, still in its wrapping, as you can see, if you have to open it up. Here's Goodnight Poom-Poom Volume 2. And then you have the back cover. The next one is Goodnight Poom-Poom Volume 3, which I like how the main character kind of like stands out amongst the crowd or whatever. He's very different. I think that's kind of what the cover is going for. But here's the cover of that, and then here is the back. And next one is Goodnight Poom-Poom Volume 4, which I feel like is a zoom in on this cover, and you can see like the people around him or whatever, or someone sleeping or something. I guess it looks like he's on a train. I'm assuming train or whatever, but that's the cover of that. And then here's the back. And then we have Volume 5, which when I picked this volume out of, you know, the bookshelf, I looked at it for a second, I'm like, this cover looks very grim, lonely, lifeless. That's kind of what it looked like to me. And here's the cover. Maybe you can understand what I'm getting at. Just look at the colors, the color palette of this, you know, volume. Just look at the way it's done. The depiction of this volume compared to everything else. Everything has, like, so many colors and light to it. But then you see this, like, this adultish main character with just everything bland. And just no colors added. I'm like, I guess that this is probably going to be a very depressing volume. But this is Volume 5 of Goodnight Poom-Poom. Here is the back, which, okay. But, yeah. So that is my manga haul I got from today and also on Saturday. If you would like to see more videos like this, please let me know in the comments below. And I love you all so much. Thank you for watching this video. And if you would like to see more, like I said, please let me know. I love you all so much. Please be safe. Chibi out.